What's up, everybody? I'm Anthony. This is the Silver Screen Analysis. I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Today we have a wild movie to talk about, written and directed by Boots Riley, called Sorry to Bother You, starring Lakeith, Stanfield, and Tessa Thompson. This story follows Cassius Green, played by Stanfield. He's a normal guy, just sort of wandering through life, looking for his place and his purpose. To make ends meet, he takes a job as a telemarketer, which at first proves to be kind of an unsuccessful decision, until he learns a secret that really propels him to success quickly, while at the same time stripping him of control over his own identity. And I had an absolute blast watching this movie, and it had me thinking for a few days after, which is something I consider to be a major positive with a movie, but that was not really what I was expecting when I went into this one. The trailers kind of showed shades of a quirky, offbeat comedy with elements of social commentary, all of which it certainly delivered. However, that was only a small fraction of the journey that this film takes you on. This was a wildly inventive story and film overall that just kept me guessing from one scene to the next, and it showed zero hesitation in going the direction it wanted to deliver its messages, which I think is going to be divisive to audiences. I do think your ability to be open to whatever path a story will take you on is key to enjoying this film. You will need to think outside of the box. This movie really does require you to kind of correlate metaphors through their artistic delivery for simply what they are, regardless of your opinion or your ability to connect with or relate to the subject matter. So I definitely think an open mind will enable you to get the most substance from this film. Now, like many of you, I watch a ton of movies, so for that aspect, the creativity and the unorthodox progression of events I felt were a breath of fresh air. From a comedic aspect, this film is definitely a hit. The dialogue is clever, it's nicely timed to land some effective laughs. The story creates many comical scenarios that really do land because they are grounded and kind of based around situations that any person who has lived paycheck to paycheck can relate to. But again, I'll reiterate, that's only one element to this movie. Again, the story dives into many layers of ideas and societal concepts that I felt provided enough social commentary for 10 films. The story hits on the notion of using what the film calls the white voice, the sound of a proud man, confident with his bills paid, to keep it general. And once our main character discovers his white voice, his life definitely changes, but it's not just for the better. He begins to see a capitalist system that is subconsciously taking over him and many others, stripping him and us of our beliefs, our control, and basically the power over controlling our own identities. The film tackles the concept of, I guess you could say, a new age of slavery and the notion of a capitalistic society through a corporation called Worry Free, with the signing of a lifetime contract. Housing, meals, and employment is all covered for the rest of your life at the cost of your own free thinking and to be able to make your own decisions, and the quality of that life is based on how expensive of a package you can afford. The story also confronts the concept of employer rights in the workplace, for instances like retirement plans and pensions and healthcare. It confronts the notions of selling out to succeed and how far you can do so to the point of losing sight of who you truly are. I think all of these are easily heavy-handed themes, but they play out in a fresh, upbeat story that is just honestly packed with energy and eccentric satirical humor. Each scene is layered with so much substance that I was constantly on point trying to dive into each one, looking for visual cues and meanings and double entendres. I thought it created such an engaging film experience that it really had me invested in what was happening through each scene, with a constant curiosity about what was coming next. Like the storyline, I thought the visuals were also incredibly inventive and ambitious and well crafted to create an immersive vibe to the entire story, from the simplicity in some scenes to the splashes of creative editing techniques in others. I thought Boots Riley did really show a skillful eye behind the camera to create his perfect vision for this story, and it really showed much more skill than a person making their directorial debut. I felt the savvy visuals were blended perfectly with the vibrant personalities of the characters. I thought Lakeith Stanfield was fantastic in the lead, and he carried the character perfectly along throughout the runtime. The story poses some moral dilemmas for him, and I thought he captured the wide range of emotions of a man dealing with a ton of internal turmoil. I thought Tessa Thompson was fantastic as well. She really brought some life to the film. She definitely helped carry the energy along with each of her scenes. She had a strong natural chemistry with Stanfield that sold their relationship dynamics, and I thought there was also a collection of great supporting characters with names like Armie Hammer, Terry Crews, Stephen Yeun, and Danny Glover, all that really do leave an imprint on this movie, and they help keep the pace moving with their character portrayals. This film continually increases the level of thought-provoking elements. The wild tone continually escalates as well, and while I can find some appreciation in the third act, it was a little startling with its delivery. It felt like the equivalent of taking off in a roller coaster from a sitting position, and it did take a few minutes to wrap my head around. I, however, had a great time with it. I found it very imaginative. We always want something unique and outside of the box. We want to go see a movie that will show effort in bringing something new to the table, and Boots Riley, without question, does so with Sorry to Bother You, and I gotta give it 90% on the entertainment meter. It kept me constantly thinking. Just when I would wrap my head around one scene, the next one would already be up and going, and I can't wait to watch it again to see what imagery and metaphors I might have missed the first time around. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, share it with your friends, leave a comment. I love to hear from you guys. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you can be alerted when all the new videos pop up. All my social media links are going to be down in the description below. You can also visit the Silver Screen Analysis for a wide range of movie related content, and here's some links to some recent reviews just in case you missed them.